And now in what is widely being seen as the latest blow to UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's immigration policy, authorities are being forced to take migrants off the baby Stockholm barge barely days after the government started moving asylum seekers to the site. Now the move comes after traces of Legionella were found to have contaminated the barge's water supply. The waterborne bacterial pathogen is capable of infecting its victims with Legionnaire's disease. It's an atypical but very severe form of pneumonia. According to authorities, no one on board the barge has displayed any symptoms of an infection till now. The relocation is part of a widely publicized and controversial strategy to deter any influx of illegal immigrants. UK parliamentarians have expressed concerns over excessive costs needed to run the barge efficiently, many suggesting repurposing hotels as an inexpensive alternative for housing migrants. Meanwhile, asylum seekers have lashed out at the Sunak government, accusing the regime of extortion and performative cruelty to grab headlines through the migrant crisis. Human rights advocates have also condemned the barge, comparing it to a prison ship.
Stays, I think the Home Office have suggested that the stay will be likely between 6 and 9 months. That's an awful long time to be spent on a secure facility without freedom of movement. With a barge that's double the occupancy, with a barge that the Fire Brigade Union have warned you against using, as has the Health and Security Agency.
Now, Rishi Sunak has been one of the strongest proponents of immigration control in the UK even before assuming office. Sunak was an ardent supporter of former Prime Minister Boris Johnson's Rwanda asylum plan, which has since been deemed unlawful by the Court of Appeals. His regime also attempted to bypass the European Court of Human Rights in a 2022 10-point plan to curb immigration, following an interim measure from the EHCR, which tanked the Rwanda asylum plan. The Sunak government's most recent attempt to curb migration was successful when the Illegal Migration Act of 2023 was granted royal assent on the 20th of July. The bill aims to curb small boat crossings across the English Channel. It has been criticized domestically and globally for pushing against international law. Rishi Sunak is currently in the eye of another political storm as well, after new data showed that the leader is the most frequent flyer out of all recent prime ministers in the UK. The data released by the Ministry of Defence shows Sunak chartering a Royal Air Force aircraft every 8 days, far outpacing predecessor Liz Truss, Theresa May, Boris Johnson, who availed a flight every 12 to 13, sometimes 20 days. This controversy is further intensified following new data from the Home Office, revealing that over 100,000 migrants have crossed the English Channel into the UK over the past 5 years. Now, while crossings have fallen by 15% in 2023, critics believe that it's poor weather that is the cause instead of successful policy implementation. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.